Good evening, everyone. From the Mason Middle School, ICRC Sports is proud to bring you tonight's high school hoops action from the arena here on the campus of Mason Middle School. We've got a Division II Region 8 district semifinal game, the McNicholas Rockets versus the Indian Hill Braves. Steve Parker, I'm going to kick it over to our PA announcer, Brian Barnes, for our starting lineups.
And now for the visiting team, we'd like to go through the cheerleading squads. First from McNicholas Rockets, Sarah Cornell, Kara Kortz, Allie Dornbach, Sarah Wooey, Olivia Schultz, CC Smith, and Riley Whitehouse. And now the Braves cheerleaders, Kaylex Steyer, Adlin Sealing, Katie Garrison, Cindy Parker, Gabby Rowland, Emma Gerard, Morgan Cordy, Meryl Migrant, and Alexander Hart. And now for your starting player introduction, first for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Rockets of McNicholas High School. A senior guard, number 3, Danny Byrne. A junior forward, number 5, Kyle Morrislow. A junior forward, number 10, Jacob Bradley. A junior guard, number 23, Trey Kinn. And a senior forward, number 42, Brian Corpus. The Rockets are coached by Tim Monahan, assisted by Tom Dutchie, Pete Gillespie, and Brandon Cooper. Remember the GCL.
There's Coach Tom Monahan's Rockets from Archbishop McNicholas High School.
The Braves of Indian Hill High School. A senior forward, 6'4", number 31, Shea Boehner. A senior forward, 6'8", number 35, Lucas Gould. A senior center, 6'8", number 34, Carl Foster. A senior guard, 6 foot, number 2, Jack Snyder. And a junior guard, 5'10", number 1, Austin Snyder. The Braves are coached by Mr. Ken Burke, assisted by Brandon Miller and Annenberg. They're members of the Cincinnati Hill League. They're 14-8.
There you see a good look at head coach Tim Birch's squad. Second in the CHL with a 10-4 record, 14-8 overall this season. His assistants are Brandon Miller and Manny Lanker. This is Steve Parker. Joining me, as always, my partner, Mike Crotty. Mike, two teams that look pretty even on paper.
Yeah, even. They both score in the 50s, higher 50s. But the thing I noticed right away is the Indian Hill top 2 scorers are their big men. So McNicholas is a lot smaller, but they're a very scrappy team. McNicholas is a very scrappy team, but Indian Hill really likes to pound the ball inside. So let's see what happens here. Loser goes home for the year, Steve.
McNick starts 4 juniors and a senior. Indian Hill starts 4 seniors and a junior. So we'll see if that experience will pay off. Zach Schneider, Austin Schneider in the contest. So the Schneider's going to be working the backcourt. Yeah. Keep an eye out for Carl Kester and Lucas Gould, as well as Shea Boehner, the starters.
McNicholas will get in your shorts. They like to play some defense. They come from the GCL, which is a tough conference.
GCL co-ed, the Central. Rising up for the jump shot and knocking it down, looking smooth that time was
Lucas Gould.
Lucas Gould, number 35, the senior. He's their highest leading scorer, Mike, averaging 14 per game.
I just like the one dribble and going up straight up with a jump shot. Shot it with confidence.
Working in the paint. Oh, that's a nice looking turnaround one-handed jump shot by Brian Corpus.
Oh, 2 big man moves there on both ends there, Steve. Both of them go in.
You see the Braves, they're going to go ahead and work around the perimeter. They got 2 guys listed at 6'8", Mike, so look for them to try to establish in the paint.
But like I said, they're a very patient team, though. They won't force a lot of things. They actually shoot the ball 33% for the year from the 3-point range, only 39 from 2-point range. So they got some shooters out there, too, besides a couple bigs.
Now they're working the 2 bigs down low and dual post down low. There's the handoff. Gould inside. Oh, nice handoff inside. Point blank range, can't get it to fall. There's Costa with the rebound and the stick back. I'm sorry, Lucas Gould with the big stick back. Nice left-handed work, quickly out to a 4-2 lead for the Braves. Inside, That's a nice slice to the basket by Greg Kent. Kent, a junior guard for the Rockets of Archbishop McNicholas High School.
Some McNicholas shots have been a little quicker in pace for him. Indian Hills likes to pass the ball around the corner a little bit. Another
Gould
basket.
rising up, no, can't get it to fall. Little guy in there for the rebound, ripping it down from McNick. Byrne quickly down the floor. He's stripped clean by Schneider. Austin Schneider now hands it off to Zach. Zach Schneider into the paint with a running left-hander, knocks it down. Schneider.
Nice basket, kept the dribble alive, went to the middle of the floor. Little floater down the lane, a nice shot.
McNick quickly up the floor. More so on the wing. Drives up, has it tipped away from behind. Schneider gets it off to Gould, who pulls up. He's going to kick it off to Zach Schneider. One bouncer to Boehner. Coster working in the corner. Now all the way back out to Austin Schneider. He swings it over to Zach Schneider. Gould flips it inside to Bonner.
Nice take, though. That's a nice take.
Bonner with the left-handed take, can't get it to fall. Good rebound pull out by Kent, and he kicks it out. Byrne.
Well, like I said, you see McNicholas wants to push the pace a little bit. Indian Hill's a little bit more deliberate.
Tell you what, Indian Hill, they don't like you trying to dribble into the paint.
No, they got quick hands. They deflected a couple in there. So, again, you got 3 veteran officials here, obviously being in the tournament, so they're going to let them play a little bit more than they normally would, which is a good thing for me.
Swing out quickly on a nice rotation. Jump shot.
Good rebound.
Won't fall for Bradley.
Oh, look at him, the big guy from McNicholas.
Okay. Corpus, he's got a nice left hand inside, Mike. He's a broad-shouldered young man. He can clear himself some space. And there's Gould coming down and dropping the open J.
That's too easy, man. That's just one dribble. That's a baseline jumper. That's a sweet-looking jumper. That young man, his size stuff, I think, would be playing maybe at the next level somewhere. Division III, Division II.
More so off to Bradley. Byrne drives in the paint, kicks it off.
Penetrate and dish is a lot of schools are trying to do now.
Yeah, Kent doing a good job, but he's driving through. He can't find a place to penetrate.
They got to make sure their space is okay, McNick does, because I think they can beat him off the dribble, but Indian Hill's doing a good job sagging in there.
Kane into the paint, kicks it back out to Bradley. Corpus. Kent from the right wing, off the back of the iron. Loose ball is controlled. Good job of coming down with it by Nick Heidel, who checked into the contest for Indian Hill.
Good looking shot, didn't make it, but good rebound by Indian Hill.
Heidel checked in for Austin Schneider.
Oh, look.
Oh, nice step through that time. Byrne coast to coast, can't get it to fall. Bradley with the stick back has it blocked, or more so has it blocked.
Number 3, Nick Heidel of Indian Hill did a great job defensively there. That's pure hustle. That's a great job.
That's a sophomore, too. Coster in the paint, looking for a place to operate. Schneider goes in. He has it stripped clean. Nice hands by the big man, Corpus.
You want to go
Kent
up that?
To the hole, knocks it down. We're tied at 8.
I like the pace. I like the pace. McNicholas, you can tell, wants to try to force the pace there. They think they have the quickness advantage. Indian Hill just stay within themselves, and they're doing a good job on their side, too.
Only one team foul, under 2:42 to go here in the quarter. Gould trying to get it down to a posting up Shea Boehner. Boehner has it knocked out of bounds. Reed Eicholtz, a freshman, checking into the contest. As Carl Coster checks out for Indian Hill. Out top, Heidel. Eicholtz on the swing over to Schneider. Boehner rising up, and the banker goes in. Shea Boehner, that's a nice move, Mike.
No, very, very. Another lefty, though. I like the aggressive. They don't have to get all the way to the rim. They're stopping about 5 feet out and knocking it off the board. Good
Aaron
shot.
Albrink into the contest for the Rockets. Corpus looking for a place to cut.
Oh, good crossover.
Byrne with a nice spin move.
I'm telling
and
you
a high arcing shot, Danny Byrne.
I'm telling you, folks, that was a big-time move. Crossover, then a spin move in the middle and a little floater. Great action here in the first quarter, Steve.
Tied at 10. There's a young man that's pulling up. There's Heidel who come into the contest. He knocked down a wide open Jay.
I'm telling you, they're shooting the ball very well right now. Both teams are playing with confidence.
Second man through. That's the young man that just checked in. Albrink. Gould thought about it, pulled up. Heidel on the wing. They got
the numbers. They got
a little bit hard, but Byrne rising up from three-point land off the back of the iron. Boehner with a strong rebound. Hands it off to Zach Schneider, who comes up.
Oh, somebody's got to step in.
And Gould went up a little bit light with the left hand. Couldn't get it to fall. Kent on a strong move. Nice scoop shot by Kent. As they're getting up and down the floor, Mike, 12 all here. We're under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Folks, you got to love this action. Both teams playing to their strengths, and both are executing very well.
Only one foul has been called. I don't think the clock's been stopped. Gould from way downtown, a little bit long. Coming up with the rebound is Morriso. I'm sorry, that's Danny Byrne now with the ball. He swings it out to Kent. Albrink at top of the key. Swings it down to Sean Byrne, who's into the contest now, number 55. Sean Byrne, a junior.
Again, they're just trying to spread them out as much as possible. Dribble penetration to kick it, but they're going to last shot with 14 seconds left to go in the quarter.
That's a pretty good move by Tom Monahan. Now we're under 10. Now Kent going to try to work off of the screen. Byrne with a good look, drills the three. Danny Byrne.
Very strong. Hey, that was a set play. The coaches were calling on that. And I'm going back. I think we got a highlight of the spin move by Byrne on the spin move earlier on, Steve. Let's see if we have that.
That was sweet.
Here we are. Watch a crossover here first. Fakes it, gets leaning, crossover. Now watch it spin. That's a strong move and a little floater.
You know, and it all was set up by Corpus faking, over there set up for the pick. He thought he was going to run into a tree trunk. Folks, 15-12 our score after the end of this first quarter. Our cablecast replay times, if you are so inclined, if you're watching this Wednesday night at 11, hey, get some sleep. You can see us again a couple of different times. You can see us Thursday the 27th at 9:30 p.m. Time Warner Channel 17 and Cincinnati Bell Channel 847. Friday the 28th, 9 p.m. Time Warner Channel 4. Cincinnati Bell Channel 834, Saturday the 1st at noon at Time Warner Channel 4, Cincinnati Bell Channel 834, and Sunday the 2nd, 8 p.m. Time Warner Channel 8, Cincinnati Bell Channel 838. Also, look for us on the internet at www.icrctv.com. Wow, Mike, great first quarter, great action. And how about Byrne?
It was a set play. I'll tell you what, he does it with confidence. But both teams, I think, executed pretty well. At the end of that quarter, I think Indian Hill got out of rhythm a little bit. The Bigs did it. They missed some shots. But 15-12, great basketball game.
So the same guys that ended that quarter are back on the floor. Albrink from the deep right knocks it down.
Like I said in the beginning, McNicholas wanted to push the ball, spread it out a little bit. Indian Hill be a little bit more patient. But now McNicholas takes a 6-point lead.
Aaron Albrink, the senior swing man. Point blank range going up and can't get it to fall, but a nice rebound. Ike Holtz can't get it to fall, and they're going to get Carl Koster for a foul. She's climbing up the back of David Holmes.
Both good shot attempts by Indian Hill, and just an over the back good box out there by McNicholas. So got a second team foul there by Indian Hill. No team fouls by McNicholas. Fans coming in here.
Danny Byrne, Kyle Morriso working in the backcourt. Byrne over the timeline. Morriso on the right wing.
They're switching out a little bit more of a zone now. Matchup is what they're doing now.
Man, deep from the wing.
You might have to get timeout if you're Indian Hill here.
That's Sean Byrne.
Those are a couple good quality shots.
Yeah, that's 3 3-pointers in a row, Mike. To quickly put them up by 9, and we're just a minute into the second period here. Three-point shot knocked down big time by Nick Heidel.
Good shooting there, but like I said, McNicholas really likes getting their shorts defensively, a man-to-man defense. But that's a good response by Indian Hill, coming down, hitting another three.
Yeah, Heidel faked a bit, dribbled penetration, came back and knocked that one down. Byrne, he gets bumped by Albrecht. By Schneider, Zach Schneider. That's Zach's first foul. Zach, the senior of the Schneiders. Inbounds to Danny Byrne. Byrne over the timeline. Gets it off to Sean Byrne. Morisseau, Danny Byrne, Sean Byrne.
I like the way the McNicholas, they try to attack, and they're still trying to attack and make them play defense and pass the ball there.
Byrne from three-point land, a little bit long, loose ball, pulled down by Zach Schneider on the tip. Off to Austin Schneider, who's back into the contest. Schneider around the corner.
First foul on McNick, it looks like.
Yeah, both the defenders went with him, Mike, and one of them bumped him. Corpus and Kent back in for McNicholas. As David Holmes checks out. Schneider out the top to Schneider. Driving the baseline. Oh, nice drop pass. Gould goes up, can't get it to drop, but he'll go to the line for two. Will be senior power forward Carl Koster. Lucas Gould.
I like the dribble drive penetration. The only thing, the big there, brought it back with his left hand. Even though you're bigger than most kids, maybe use your right hand and defend off the defender on that one. But a good opportunity to make a couple free throws, though.
There's a good look at
good stroke.
6'8" senior, that nice lefty stroke. Again, leading the team this year is Lucas Gould in scoring. Average 14 a game. He knocks down two, closes it to a 4-point gap with 5:55 to go here in the second quarter.
Indian Hill's going to stay more in that sagging zone. We're going to make him hit some threes, it looks like.
Albrecht at the top of the key. Oh. Gets it out to Kent. Morisseau looking for a cutter. Swings it out to Kent. Kent dribbles, swings it off to Sean Byrne. Byrne in
nice
the
pass.
And Albrecht on the cut. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. You called it, Mike. Back to a 6-point lead.
I like the fact that he's kicking the ball in there and looking for, but people are cutting down the lane. That's a nice pass. There's a 5.
Yeah, the count was on. Heidel looking for a place to go. Heidel doesn't have a place to go. Schneider off to the other Schneider. Got the Schneider brothers and the Byrne brothers on the respective teams. I like that. Koster out top. Schneider. Gould rising up from three-point land. Can't get it to fall. Good job of Albrecht of blocking him out. He comes up with the loose ball, and here comes McNick.
They come down fast.
Morisseau strong to the hole.
Oh, foul.
And they're going to say that Lucas Gould got a piece of him as well as the ball.
Push. Here's the penalty. He gets it up quick. They got him with the, they say got him with the body. Got him with a little body shot there. A little flat.
Morisseau a little flat with that shot.
Just a junior.
There's a good look at that young man. Kyle Morisseau, the only starter that's not a senior for the Rockets of McNicholas High School. Stretches it back to a 7-point lead with 4:45 to go. Quickly, Schneider over the corner. Heidel open, a little bit long.
Good rebound again, though.
Good job of Corpus on the board as he pulls it down off to Sean Byrne.
That young man
down the left side.
Uses his strength, really goes for that rebound with both hands.
He is. Byrne inside the paint, can't get it to fall. They're going to say it's off Gould. It'll stay Rocket basketball. Danny Byrne back into the contest for Sean Byrne. Corpus on the wing. Good drive out top. Morisseau looking for a cutter. He's going to dribble drive. No, he pulls it up. Kent.
Man-to-man right now.
Jacob Bradley back in the contest, number 10 for the Toledo the Toledo Rockets, McNicholas Rockets. Burn.
Moving.
Yeah, and they're going to say Corpus wasn't fully set. Good job of scraping off there by Austin Schneider.
That's his second foul, though.
So Corpus is going to go down. Back into the contest is big David Holmes. And quickly, Austin Schneider off to Zach Schneider. Schneider over the timeline. Works off the pick from Gould. Hyder on the wing, nope.
If I'm Indian Hill, you might want to, with McNicholas is big man out, you might want to attack inside a little bit, attack the hoop. Just like that.
Oh, Schneider couldn't get it to fall. Coming up with it was Boehner, but Boehner had it knocked away, and quickly Holmes running the floor. Big man David Holmes.
And Indian Hill fans wanted to kind of foul on the other end there. They didn't get it, so McNicholas runs the court and gets an easy layup.
Biggest, back again, tying the biggest lead of the night at 9. Bonner with a runner, can't get the fall off the back of the iron. Holmes again, cherry picking. He has it slapped away from him, though, by Zach Schneider. It'll say Rocket basketball. 3:20 to go. They're ahead by 9, 26-17.
Indian Hill's getting some good looks, but they can't forget to pass the ball maybe a little bit better. Now they're even going bigger right now.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and bring Carl Koster back in.
If I'm McNicholas, I really spread them out as much as possible. You know, try to get dribble penetration because they got their quickness advantage is definitely with McNicholas.
Holmes out top. Kent driving, kicks it off. Burns.
Like that.
He's open, and he feels it, and he dropped it. 12-point lead.
All started dribble penetration, my friend, and you got to stay on Burn. He's got a couple of them, and making it look too easy right now. McNicholas is playing under composure, doing a good job right now.
Yeah, you know, and Coach Tim Birch knows it. He took a timeout. And he and Brandon Miller are going to see, you know, what, I mean, Mike, at this point, I think it's just McNick's out hustling them.
Well, it's an advantage. What's your strength? Their strength is quickness and dribble drive penetration, but they're hitting some big threes, and I don't think Indian Hill can stay with a man-to-man right now. So Indian Hill, in my mind, has to go back and be patient inside against McNicholas and try to pound that ball inside. When they sag, then hit their three-point shooters.
Yeah, Koster and Gould really haven't established much on the inside so far, Mike. I mean, they're getting their looks, but you know, they're rushing shots. They just don't look relaxed. They don't look like they've gotten into the offensive flow as well as McNick has. Zach Schneider over the timeline. Boehner looking for a cutter. Swings it off to Heidel. Heidel back to Zach Schneider. There you go inside. Costa rising up, gets it to fall, and he's going to go to the line for the old three-point play.
I like the patience of Indian Hill. Got a good look, and they get a chance at a three-point effect. But they just kept on running offense, setting screen. They got a good look from 5 feet. Now they can go with the old-fashioned three-point play.
Well, you know, they've got those 3 seniors on the front line. One of the bigger front lines we'll see in Cincinnati, Mike, with 6'8", 6'8", and 6'4".
No question.
I thought they'd be using it more. They're still down by 9. 29-19 with 2:25 to go here in the first half.
I just like the way McNicholas just look at this. They just move
back
the ball
of the iron,
and they shoot it with confidence.
Schneider up quickly. Gets it inside to Koster. Koster kicks it out. Heidel's open and drops down a 3.
He's knocked a couple three-point shots down too. He has a quick release, and that's a big boost there for Indian Hill.
Quickly up McNick. Quickly up the floor.
Easy, that's
Kent
too easy.
with a strong drive. Yeah, and he got bumped a couple of times on his way in. Who are they going to get for it? They're going to go ahead and
31.
get Mr. Boehner, Shea Boehner with it.
Look at that penetration again. When you especially are bigger, not as quick as the other team, at least force them to the sideline baseline. Do not let them go middle on that.
Shea Boehner's first foul, team 5th here with 1:54 to go. And there's a shooter's touch by Greg Kent, the senior guard for the Archbishop McNicholas Rockets. Pushing that lead back to 8 points, looking to make it 9, and he does with a true swisher. So 31-22, a minute 54 and counting.
We got to finish the quarter strong. Both teams do here. Indian Hill wants to close the gap, and McNicholas wants to extend it.
Oh, they got a good look. They ran a nice play.
They're stripping the ball. They got quick hands, McNicholas does.
Yeah, they ran a play for Heidel, and Heidel just couldn't knock the shot down. And on the tip, they're going to say it goes back to Indian Hill. As McNick's trying to work their way down there quickly. I'm telling you what, Tom Monahan works that game, doesn't he, Mike? He's fun watching down that sideline.
Yeah.
Over the timeline, Schneider, Heidel, over to Boehner. And Coster and Gould need to start working to post up.
Well, set some screens across the lane or something like that.
Yeah, Coster was looking for it.
You got to pop out.
Oh, and it goes in the hands of Gould, who has it knocked away. The loose ball is knocked in by Boehner, but they're going to call it on the floor. Only the 5th team foul for the Rockets here in the first half. A relatively clean first half, Mike. Only 10 total fouls.
Yeah.
And this first half's buzzed right along. So here you see Lucas Gould, senior.
He's shooting 71% for the year. That's one thing I noticed. Indian Hill does not shoot the ball from free throw very well as a team.
Yeah, I mean, their highest is Nick Heidel. He's a 75% free throw shooter, so. There you go, knock it down off the back of the iron is Lucas Gould. Knocks it down to an 8-point lead. We're at 1 minute and counting to go here in the first half. McNick doing a good job of just rotating that ball, Mike. They might just, looks like they're just going to wait for the last shot.
I don't mind this.
Unless something comes up.
Don't mind this at all.
Yeah, you got an 8-point lead in the pill. Might as well work it down. Bradley in the corner. Gould comes out to get him. Kent.
Indian Hill still has one foul to give, if you want to call it that. They only have 5 team fouls, so.
Kent. Greg Kent now pulling it out, waiting for that count. Backs Boehner down enough. Strong to the wing. Byrne looking for somebody to kick it to. Morisseau rising up with under 5 to go. Long rebound is pulled down by Coster.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Boehner can't get his hands on it quick enough to launch it. So good job by McNick, but Mike, that's pretty strong. They got a pretty convincing 8-point lead at half here.
Yeah, 31-23. I thought both teams played fairly well. It looked like to me that McNicholas kept the energy up a little bit better than Indian Hill did at the end of the second quarter there. Made a little bit more shots and made a couple more free throws. So we'll see what happens here at halftime. But 31-23 game, McNicholas over Indian Hill. See what kind of changes we have at halftime when they come back out.
Folks, grab a cold beverage and be sure to join Mike Crotty, myself, and our producer Kenneth Pipes Allen, our camera people Ashley Alf, David Vaughn, Garrett Frank, Matt Howard, Lindsay Ledford, and Alex Pregel working the graphics. We'll all be back to bring you the second half of today's Region 8, Division 2 district semifinal here, where McNick leads Indian Hill at halftime, 31-23. We'll be right back.
Cincinnati Bell, channel 834, replay.
How many times have we heard someone comment that our society today is overprotective of our children? That may be true, but it's sure hard to argue with statistics. The American Academy of Pediatrics has identified thousands of injuries suffered by children each year that could have been prevented. Last year alone, more than 50,000 kids were injured while riding a bike without a helmet. In fact, the AAP estimates that fewer than 20% of children in Ohio wear a helmet when riding their bike, scooter, rollerblades, or skateboard. That's why I'm excited to help promote the American Academy of Pediatrics' Put a Lid on It awareness campaign. You can learn more today by visiting their Facebook page at facebook.com/bikehelmetsafety. Parents, of course, are the best role models for children, so please join me in this effort. Lead by example and help educate our kids about wearing a bike helmet.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
For others, it may have just been a summer job. But for me, it was training. Now I'm an Air Force pararescueman, and my job is to save lives. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults, and one person dies from melanoma every hour. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Is your body holding you back?
Where do you think you're going?
I want to go running.
Not with that knee, you're not.
Your bones and joints can say no at any age.
Let's not pick her up. What do you say?
Yet a lot of people in pain fight back.
Use your head. Save your back. My bride, my rules.
And regain their lives.
You gotta be kidding me.
Fight for your mobility. Visit anationinmotion.org. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
I'll take it from here. I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
It must be love. It must be hospice.
When I was 16, I was in a bad car accident, and the doctors told me I would never stand again. Somehow, I knew I would. Progress has been slow, but family, friends, and strangers all started to pray for me.
Whether you need support in a tragedy or just to make it through a bad day, prayer can make a difference. America, let's come together by believing with each other.
For someone to come alongside you and say, I'm going to believe with you, it means a lot.
Oh, hey, bud. Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
With Gary and Todd?
Yeah?
I've been meaning to ask you, is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No?
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Before we were ever treated for breast cancer, we planned for life after breast cancer. We made the choice
that breast cancer would not take something away from us.
Unfortunately, not every woman knows her choices. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons is supporting the Breast Cancer Patient Education Act, a bill that will help make sure women who are facing breast cancer surgery are told about all their options. Help bring this important issue to light. Call your member of Congress and ask them to support the Breast Cancer Patient Education Act.
We have a job to do out here today.
To be a winning team, you have to work like a winning team.
My team depends on me.
And my team is 50,000 strong. Looks like a lot of work's going into this.
This is what it feels like to be part of a team.
A winning team.
The action team.
Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
The American dream need not forever be deferred.
This is the richest and the most powerful country.
Welcome back to ICRC Sports here from the arena here on the campus of the Mason Middle School, our Division II Region 8 District quarterfinal contest where McNicholas leads Indian Hill 31-23 at half. Mike, you're looking at those stats. How hot was McNick shooting in that first half?
Well, they had right around 50%. They are at 50% for two-point range, or overall three-point range are 4 for 7. Free throw shooting, 3 for 4, so they're shooting the ball really well. Thing I like about what they're doing, they got 6 assists too. I think they're passing the ball real well. Byrne has 8 points and Kent has 8 points for McNick. Indian Hill has Heidel at 8 and Gould at 9. They're not shooting as well, but they're 9 for 21. Still not that bad. I just think McNick hit a couple of bigger three-point shots on them. And one of the key stats I have so far is points off turnovers. There wasn't a lot of turnovers by either team, but McNicholas got 6 points off of turnovers. Indian Hill only got 1, so that's a 5-point differential. 8-point game, anything can happen, but, you know, if I'm Indian Hill, the thing I'm worried about, quite frankly, is if you get behind McNick going in the fourth quarter too much, you can't really, I don't think they can guard man-to-man out wide. McNicholas is too quick, so Indian Hill has to, they got to knock this down in the third quarter, this deficit.
In one stretch in the first half, Mike, when it was tied 12-12, they hit 3 consecutive three-pointers, did the Rockets, to build that initial 9-point lead. It's at 8 right now, and first half begins, and quickly, they're going to go ahead and get Zach Schneider with a timeout. As the inbound pass, he was falling out of bounds, Mike, and quickly had to call a timeout, so they got to call a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, it's not like you like to do that with 2 seconds in the third quarter, but you don't want a turnover right now, so not a good start by Indian Hill. See if they come out with set play on this one.
Again, our ICRC crew wants to give a special shout out to the McNick players and coaches, the Indian Hill players and coaches, Scott Stemple of the athletics department here, the lovely Mrs. Kathy Karate. Our site manager tonight is being assisted by Mr. Dylan McKinney, Jeff Zidron, the Indian Hill athletic director, the Village of Indian Hill, Sims Township, and Susan Rolfs, McNick AD.
There was nothing there.
And that trying to get the ball to Austin Schneider, it's loose. Morriso comes up with it, and here comes McNick.
There was some contact down there, but the officials didn't call. Didn't think it was enough to call, so turnover, first possession by Indian Hill.
Kent looking for a place to go, kicks it off to Byrne. That's Danny Byrne. Hands it off to Corpus. Corpus dribble drive to the right. Doing a good job of ball rotation and movement. More so almost has it twinkle out of bounds. Bradley in the corner works his way out. Kent drives, kicks it off. More so with a clean look, buries the three.
Tell you, they got a few shooters. I was talking to some other coaches from other schools at halftime. I said, I'm really impressed with the way McNicholas plays, and everybody says they play hard like this every game, and they know what they can do well.
Junior swingman Kyle Morrisroe knocking that thing down. Point blank shot, saved. Good job of coming up with the loose ball. Did Coster.
Offense, he stuck his arm out. Even if you don't hit him that much, when you extend the arm like that, the referee's going to call it, especially a bigger guy and a smaller guy.
Yeah, big Shea Boehner at 6'4". They're going to say extended his arm. And, of course, Morrisroe doing a good job of taking the flop. Again, biggest lead of the night, 11 points, 6:45 and counting. Morrisroe inside to a cutting Bradley, who tries to get off the Byrne. Good job by Austin Schneider.
It's not automatic.
Cutting through.
That's a good push.
Schneider, Zach Schneider with the dribble drive, can't get it to fall, and quickly here comes Danny Byrne. Oh,
wow.
Schneider picks him clean. He's got numbers. Oh, picks the right guys. Shea Boehner knocks it down point blank range, back to a 9-point lead.
Yeah, a lot of physicality out there, but the officials are letting them play. But they've been very, very consistent all game, which I like.
Morrisroe looking in the corner. Kent off to Bradley. Bradley working the top of the key. Greg Kent drives, pulls up, hands it off to Danny Byrne. Danny Byrne uses a screen for the big guy, rises up, off the front of the rim, tipped out by Morrisroe. Kent comes up with the loose ball and a reset for the Rockets. Morrisroe from the wing has a tap from behind by Schneider. Zach Schneider with a nice tap. Schneider, Boehner from the corner. Boehner falling away though, can't get it to go down. Good rebound by the big guy, Corpus. And they're going to slow it down and reset. Greg Kent working the top of the key for the Rockets. He calls out the play.
Some chances there, Steve, by Indian Hill. You got to convert on those.
Yeah, you're not going to chip into that lane. And look at that. Look at that rhythm that young man's in, Danny Byrne, senior.
Yeah, I just like him. He has a nice jump shot. He releases it very quick, and he's on balance when he shoots it.
Schneider. Coster looking to establish a presence down there, but I tell you what, Corpus is doing a good job of fronting the other big guy.
Yeah, he's got him low. He's got his left hand on him there. That's a good call.
Yeah, you know what? That's about the best that Jacob Bradley can hope for. Is that's an awfully big man that he's working against, that Lucas Gould. Gould working into the paint. Nick Heidel back into the contest. Carl Coster going to check out, so they're going to get a little bit littler, Mike, but better at handling the ball. Gould rising up. Can't get it to fall. Is that going to be three on Corpus?
And that's the only one I'll do. They thought the McNicholas guy was straight up. The Indian Hill guy, watch this. See if he goes into him. No, he doesn't. He wasn't straight up on contact. That's a good call by the official. But again, the offensive guy kind of was jumping into him. So that's going to be his 13th foul. I think they're going to get him out for a break.
Gould can't get the free throw to fall.
Got knocked down free throws. They were 3 for 5 the first half, Steve.
So Brian Corpus is going to check out of the contest. There's a good look at Lucas Gould, the senior. Got to cut into this lead with the clock not running. As you said, Mike, off the front of the rim. Nice rebound by Morrisroe. Off to Kent, and here comes the Rockets.
Missed free throws. When you're down 11 points, my friend, you got to knock down free throws.
David Holmes working on the outside ring. Kent at the top of the key. Morrisroe looks to dribble drive, kicks it back out to Kent. Holmes on the right elbow. Looking for a cutter. Nope. Byrne comes out at the top of the key. Morrisroe looking for a cutter. Holmes pops out. Kent with a nice dribble drive. Nope.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Oh, that's a great job. That time of Zach Schneider of denying him the ball. Austin Schneider stayed with him and tipped it out off of him.
Again, some turnovers here by McNicholas. They're giving Indian Hill an opportunity, but they got to take advantage of it here soon.
Zach Schneider to the right. Gould going to take it himself at the top of the key. Big Lucas Gould drops it down. Back down to an 8-point lead, but we're just under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
That might spice some things up there. That's a good-looking shot by the lefty.
Bradley waving the guys through. Morris Rowe almost has it tipped away by Schneider. Zach Schneider, and they're going to call it over and back. And after arguing a call, Coach Tim Monahan's going to go ahead and get a timeout. Not a bad timeout, Mike, as the Braves seem to be finding a little bit of rhythm, and he wants to stop that right now.
Well, again, they've had a couple uncharacteristic turnovers by McNick, so 8-point thing, you don't want to get away from you now.
Ashley Alf, David Vaughn, Garrett Frank, Matt Hauer, Lindsey Ledford doing a great job on the cameras. Alex Pregel working the graphics, all under the direction and production and replay direction of Kenneth Pipes Allen II. Man, it's been a great game. This thing's moving right along, though, isn't it, Bud?
No, they are. Both teams is going to come down to execution, like I said. But when you're down, if you're Indian Hill, you got to start knocking down some free throws when you have the opportunity. And they're only 8 points down here. I'd look for Gould again myself.
Winner of this game faces the winner of the next game that's going to be played here. That's against Woodward in Wyoming. That game will be played Saturday night at Mason High School. Great facility to watch a contest.
Yeah, that's good quality. Woodward and Wyoming, both very, very good basketball teams, too.
Heidel trying to work off of that pick. Gould now gets it off to Zach Schneider. Schneider back to Gould. Lucas Gould with Bradley with him. He's going to drive on him, rise it up from the right elbow. No. Kent comes up with the loose ball, and look at Bradley leaking out. Yep. Great job by Jacob Bradley.
Gould, I don't like to see him out there one-on-one. That's too much one-on-one out there. The guy just has to stay in front of him. That's a good. See, after the timeout, McNicholas really comes out with a little bit more.
Reed Eichholz missed that jumper, but
as I said that, he turned to turn up just terrible pass, but their energy levels back up is what I was going to say.
10-point lead. Gould strong to the hole on Holmes. Can't get it to fall. He tried it to go high off the glass, but he flicked it over the backboard.
The coaches they want McNicholas to force number 35 Gould to his right. Don't let him go middle. But he's missed about 3 out of 4 free throws.
Yeah, again, Mike, if you're Coach Tim Birch, you're hoping that you can get some of these knocked down while the clock's not running, and there it goes, that first one.
Well, yeah, you need it now because, like I said, it's not Indian Hill. It's not that they can't, but these teams I don't think have played each other this year, if I remember right.
Albrecht back in for McNick, as well as Sean Byrne. Shea Boehner back into the contest for the Braves of Indian Hill. Gould off the front of the rim. Heidel doing a good job of saving it. Out to the top, Schneider. Over in the corner to Heidel.
Short.
Gets a good look at the three. Nope. Oh, good job of Danny Byrne knocking that thing down. Greg Kent. Danny Byrne throws up a quick three off the front of the rim. Great rebound that time by Zach Schneider, and they're going to say that Aaron Albrecht bumped into him. He picked up the personal foul.
Yeah. Good box out there by Indian Hill, but that was a quick three, but they got the green light, but they're still up 9 points. They like that shot.
Reed Eichholz, a freshman in for Indian Hill, number 15. Freshman swingman.
Like I said, they're relying on their defense right now. McNicholas, you got to find this young man.
Heidel on the swing, no.
That's going to be on McNicholas again, I think.
Yeah, that's a great job by Reed Eichholz of setting up. And Aaron Albrecht, they're going to say, leaned on him, reached around him.
That's 5 team fouls for McNicholas already, so it's Indian Hill would love to get in the bonus early.
Yeah, but they got to knock them down when they get there, Mike. Quickly out the top, Zach Schneider. Kent with him, swings it over. Gould, going strong to the hole, has it partially blocked, takes it underneath the basket, can't get it to fall. But like you said, Mike, here's with number 6, he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yes.
And that's a 16 foul for the Rockets.
Well, you got to knock him down, but what they're doing, they're going for the shot fake, and he's just going with his left hand every time. McNicholas' coach is right next to us. They want him to go with his right hand.
True on that first free throw. Again, it's down to an 8-point lead. They haven't gotten it inside 8 in quite some time, Mike. Quickly, Jacob Bradley back in and Aaron Albrink out for the Rockets. 2 minutes to go. Folks, stay tuned. We'll give you our cablecast replay times between the third and fourth quarters. And now Gould's feeling it as Lucas Gould knocks down that second free throw. Back to a 7-point lead. Smallest that lead's been in a while, Mike.
Yeah.
Under 2 minutes.
Halftime it was at 8, and McNicholas extended it to it. But now it's down to 7. But it's how you finish quarters. Coaches will tell you that. It's a big thing right now. McNicholas keep on passing that ball. That's strong.
And Jacob Bradley set up right outside the arc, rose up with confidence, knocked it down, moving again to a 10-point lead with 1:33 and counting to go.
Bradley's got 5 points this quarter. That's big. See, if I'm Indian Hill, keep moving the ball. There's a good 3.
Shea Boehner with rising up and knocking down a 3-point line, back to a 7-point lead.
You got to get stops if you're Indian Hill.
Bradley swings it over the top. Sean Byrne into the contest now. They're going to go ahead and turn it over, Mike. It just eat up the clock as we're under a minute to go here.
Yeah, they don't like doing it, but their advantage is their quickness against Indian Hill. It's just a fact.
Byrne over to Byrne. So Sean gives it off to Danny. Greg Kent with Shea Boehner on him.
And what you're doing, if you're McNicholas, you're making Indian Hill play a lot of defense. It's a tough time to play defense for over a minute in basketball.
Bradley. Kent now with a spin move. Now under 25. Bradley with Reed Eicholtz right on him. Okay, now we're under 10.
They're going to back him off a little bit.
Kent's going to go ahead and drive.
That's got to be something. That had to be something, I agree.
Kester has it picked by Kent. Kent rising up for a 3-ball. Can't get it to fall. But I tell you what, Coach Monahan's got a lot of complaining to do as he thinks his player got a lot of contact at the end of that quarter. So, folks, our score after 3 complete, 41-34. Our cablecast replay times, if you're watching it late on Wednesday night, we appreciate that. But, hey, take a breather. We'll replay this thing again on the 27th at 9:30 p.m. Time Warner Channel 17. Cincinnati Bell Channel 847, Friday the 28th at 9 p.m. Time Warner Channel 4, Cincinnati Bell Channel 834. Saturday the 1st at noon, Time Warner Channel 4, Cincinnati Bell Channel 834. And Sunday the 2nd at 8 p.m., Time Warner Channel 8, Cincinnati Bell Channel 838. Also, check us out on the internet, www.icrctv.com. They're usually put out there a few days after they were originally taped. You know, this thing's been everything we thought it was going to be, Mike. A tough CHL team going up against a tough GCL co-ed Central team. And, you know, McNick, boy, they're awfully tough. They're very skilled.
Yeah. But I just found it interesting that the coaches from McNicholas just questioned the call at the end, like, why didn't he get fouled? They weren't cursing and yelling, but they actually, officials warned the bench. They get another warning, they'll get teed up.
Swing down, Danny Byrne.
I have not seen Indian Hill this year. I didn't know if they had some kind of a half-court trap or double teams or not, because McNicholas will be very patient. They'll keep spreading them out.
Yeah, they're going to get real disciplined here. They're going to move and cut, move and cut. You hear the coaches preaching that. Bradley trying to work his way in the paint. Good job of defense that's a freshman, Reed Eicholtz, number 15.
Nice pass.
Oh, and it didn't. the crowd's looking for a walk, but Brian Corpus, the junior center knocked it down. Gould off the front of the iron, can't get it to fall. Eichholz with a rebound. Boehner with a long three, no.
They're just.
Heidel tries to throw it back up.
Kind of got bailed out on that one, but that kind of was a forced shot there. But good hustle by Indian Hill. I give him credit going after the offensive rebounds.
Well, and you know, again, another guy going to step to the free throw line. That's Nick Heidel. Now, Nick's actually, of all the guys that have been on the floor, he shoots 75%, but he's the best on the squad. And again, I jinx him there as he pushes it off the back of the iron.
Well, through 3 quarters, they were 4 for 10. Now they're 4 out of 11, Steve. So, I mean, you're not going to win too many games in tournament action when you're shooting that bad from the free throw line.
Kyle Morrisroe back into the contest for the Rockets. Carl Koster back into the contest for the Braves. There's the big man with the board on the missed free throw. Danny Byrne swinging it off to Bradley. Bradley in the paint. Corpus hands it off to Byrne, who rises up and has the
good tip out.
Riddle out. But how about Corpus on the tip out?
That's a great basketball play.
Morrisroe ran it down.
You won't see that in the stats and stuff, and the coaches notice that stuff. That's a great play.
Sean Byrne from the wing rising up, gets into, and they're going to go ahead and call a foul. That time on Nick Heidel, I think, number 3.
Yeah. Good attack of the hoop, good shot fake, and goes up and makes the officials call the foul.
So we've got the Schneiders for Indian Hill. We've got the Burns. Here's the junior, Sean Byrne, at the free throw line for the Rockets. Good on that first free throw, extending it back to a 10-point lead with 6:26 to go in the contest. In and out. Quickly over the front.
Yep. Wow.
Boehner out top. Nope.
Look, they're flying around though, McNicholas. I like the way they're closing out. They're flying around.
Boehner, three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Quickly over the timeline.
Charge.
Boehner gets it to go down.
The official's done a good job, but I'm sorry. I'm not saying it's a charge or block. That's got to be something. That's too much contact. You got to call it one way or the other.
8-point lead quickly. Morrisroe in and out from 3. And they're going to go ahead and get Corpus on the foul as Koster did a good job of blocking him out. And that's going to be the, is that the 8th or the 9th team foul?
Yeah, they're shooting 1-on-1.
Yeah, and that's 4 on Corpus. And he's going to come out. Big David Holmes checking back into the contest.
Yeah, they'll try to keep him out until under the 3-minute mark probably.
So stepping to the free throw line is Carl Koster, the other senior. Carl hasn't, again, terrible on free throw, Mike, and he was shooting 65%.
Well, they're not even 40% as a team.
Holmes from three-point land bringing.
Nice backdoor.
Basket.
What a play.
And Byrne with a cut. Holmes with a great feed. I tell you what, and these guys, they can execute those back cuts, Mike.
Look at this. You got backdoor, overplay, backdoor, nobody there, and straight up. I like that. That's why I was telling the coaches at halftime, I really like the way McNicholas passes the ball, and I haven't seen them play this year. They're a fun team to watch, and they're showing why they're catching fire at the right time,
Sean
Steve.
Byrne could release the three-point play, Mike, and they're up by 11 with 5.5 to go. Boehner with Byrne in front of him. Sean Byrne, that is. Picks up his dribble. Sean Byrne's going to get in his shirt. Zach Schneider now. Swings it over to Heidel with Morrisroe on him. On the cut.
Nice backdoor, too.
Yeah, good job on the roll by Carl Koster. Like to see Carl get involved here if you're Indian Hill. Still an 9-point lead. Just under 5 minutes to go. Bradley. Byrne on the cut. Byrne knocks it down. How about that, Sean Byrne?
You got a guy like the little guy going in there scoring right now.
He's knifing in amongst the trees and knocking them down. He's just quicker to the hoop. Back to an 11-point lead. Gould dribbles left, kicks it over to Schneider. Boehner back to Schneider. Schneider over the top.
Look at
Sean Byrne cutting down the passing lane. And he's going to go coast to coast now. He's going to kick it off to his bro. Holmes at the top of the key. He thought about it. Oh, and Holmes does a good give and go cut from Bradley. Couldn't quite handle that hot pass, though. Good thought, though, Mike.
Good idea. Good idea. Just the execution wasn't there. I like the idea again, though.
And they just keep working this thing. 11-point lead, 4:09 and counting. Zach Schneider over the timeline. Gould drives to the cup, high off the glass. No. Holmes with the rebound, covers it up, gets it off to Danny Byrne. Danny Byrne over the timeline.
I'll tell you, that Byrne, he got a crossover. Back up.
Danny Byrne. Bradley on the cut to the hoop, rising straight up.
They're just spreading people out and beating them to the ball, and they're finishing at the rim, Steve.
Largest lead of the night for the Rockets at 13 points. Heidel from three, off the back iron. Holmes again with a great job of working the boards.
He's done that He's done a couple good things.
Byrne now going to work his magic at the top of the key. He's got Austin Schneider on him.
Indian Hill might come out and start thinking about fouling a little bit. And the reason I'm saying that, folks, they have now they're at 14 fouls. If they have to, they want to get them to the one-on-one sooner. They can't wait much longer.
Nick Heidel picking up that foul. That's his second. Morris Rowe on the trigger. All the way in the backcourt for Sean Byrne. He's pretty much Sean Byrne's tackled by Zach Schneider.
Out of bounds play was.
So we've got one Byrne brother and one Schneider brother going after each other here. It's the junior versus the seniors.
Yeah.
Sean Byrne checking out of the contest. Mr. Excitement for McNick. He really put it on. Gould with a fadeaway three, can't get it to fall. Greg Kent with the rebound. And Zach Schneider trying to D up, trying to tip Greg Kent from behind. Picks up the foul. It's only the 15th foul.
51-38 there. Indian Hill just can't get on that run right now.
Kyle Morris Rowe on the trigger. Nick Heidel on the defense. All the way into the backcourt for Kent. And we got more contact down here. Is Austin Schneider's down there hand fighting with Danny Byrne, and he gets called on the foul.
Timeout Indian Hill. They got to come out with something different besides a man-to-man. I mean, I don't know if they have a 1-3-1 trap or 1-2-2 trap or something, but they got to come out and try to get some turnovers off of McNick to make a run here.
Yeah, Coach Tim Birch team down by 13. We're just under 3 minutes to go. Hey, again, ICRC and our production staff really want to thank the folks here at Mason, our host tonight, specifically the site manager, the lovely Mrs. Kathy Crotty, as well as her assistant, Dylan McKinney, and Scott Stemple of the athletic department up here. Always a very righteous dude. McNick, players and coaches, the Indian Hill players and coaches. Denny Duffs of the Indian Hill TV sent over a few volunteers. Thank you, Denny. Rob Heisey, the McNick AD. Kathy Crotty, again. Jeff Zedron, the Indian Hill AD. Village of Indian Hill, Sibbs Township, and Susan Rolfs of the McNicholas Athletic Department. Again, Ashley Alf, David Vaughn, Garrett Frank, Lisa and Kenny's baby boy, Matt Hauer and Lindsay Ledford, and Alex Pregel doing the graphics in the truck. Hey now, big crowd here.
Yep, yeah, good crowd up there. Again, it's early. It's a 6 o'clock game. It's tough for people to get off work, but I'm telling you what, McNicholas is a very, very good team. And again, I'll say it again, they play in the GCL, which is a tough basketball division.
Holmes dribbled through it. By the time he dribbled through it, Coach Monahan was frantically calling for a timeout. And our referee was pretty good about it, too. He said, okay, you're going to get it. Don't have a heaney.
Yeah.
Our veteran officials here tonight. Again, our crew under the direction of Kenneth Pipes Allen and our PA director, Brian Barnes. The man working the magic on the soundboard, Mr. Garrett Popovich.
Well, they got to do something here. They got 16 fouls. The next one will go in the 1-on-1.
So after that timeout, 2:51 to go, 51-38 our score. Coach Monahan puts his team back out on the floor.
Well, Indian Hill goes a little smaller, though, too. So,
yeah, trying to get a little bit quicker. Morrisroe has it stripped away by Shea Boehner, but it's going to go out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Rockets.
And you just know from, McNicholas is a very, very well-coached team, and you just know they've got to come out and trap.
All the way in the backcourt to Kent. Kent dribbled past Boehner, had it kicked away by Nick Heidel. So again, McNick going to take the ball out on the side. In quickly, Danny Byrne. Danny Byrne going to try to step through the defenders, and yeah, they're getting in there. They're trying to trap the ball when the defender turns his back on him, Mike, but that time they got called on the foul as Shea Boehner reached in, and senior Danny Byrne going to the line.
Well, Shane, he's like, I didn't foul him, but it still would have been in the backcourt. His foot was in the backcourt. So now if you're in the lead, McNicholas is by 13. A couple free throws.
And Byrne a little bit long with down. He needs to be,
offensive rebound though.
Danny Byrne needs to be dribble driving, and who's in there for the rebound? Brian Corpus.
He's played well.
I tell you what, he's gotten in a little bit of foul trouble, but his hustle and his beef on the inside is big here for Coach Monahan's Rocket squad.
Hey, good job. Again, got to start knocking down free throws and putting this away.
There's a good look at junior Jacob Bradley rattling one, circling that one around the rim. Biggest lead of the night, Mike, up to 14 here for the Rockets of McNick. And he rattles home the second one. So 15-point lead, 2:35 and counting. You're going to see a steady host of three-point shots, and
you are
Kent,
now.
Kent just pulls it away from Schneider. And Zach Schneider tries to tip it away from Kent. He does, but Kent runs it down.
You want to make, you don't even have to dribble for McNicholas. You want to make sure they come to you, shot, pass, fake.
They're going to call a kick there on Nick Heidel. So again, the Rockets side out of bounds. Danny Byrne. Kent, Byrne, Morrisroe. Oh, good patience. Working it side to side. Kent picks up his dribble, gives it over to Byrne, flings it in the corner to Morrisroe, out top.
They're dead. Indian Hills, that's a foul.
Greg Kent's gonna go to the line to shoot two. So there's junior guard Greg Kent.
No, they switched to 9. Still 1-on-1.
Still 1-on-1. Yeah, we're not quite into the bonus yet.
Yeah.
Kent, good look at that young man. Knocks down that first shot.
I get both teams. I played a little bit. I think Indian Hill missed some free throws, missed some opportunities, but McNicholas is just a very, very quick team and very impressive, Steve.
Mike, I like their passing. I like the way they share the ball.
They share the ball
I
early.
tell you what, they got some guys that when they get hot, they're not afraid to take the three, and they can drop them. I mean, they built that initial lead by dropping 3 threes in a row. Zach Schneider strong to the hole, no. Gould on the rebound, gets raked by Bradley. He's going to go to the line to shoot two.
17-point game now, and a couple of these seniors, again, they're seniors at Indian Hill, had very good careers, and it just looks like it's going to come to an end here today, but they ran into a buzzsaw.
Oh, and Gould can't get that first free throw to fall.
I don't know what they're going to end up, but they're going to end up right around 30% for the 30% from the foul line.
Trying to cut in this 17-point lead.
He has such a good shot. That's what's shocking about that. But he shoots 71% for the year, I think, usually.
Yeah, and here they go. They're going to put the two big guys
you
on
look
the
long.
back end of the press.
You don't.
And Morris Rowe on the dribble gets grabbed by Boehner.
I think
that's got to be 5 for him. And that is. And there you see one of our veteran referees talking with Kyle Morris Rowe, who's going to go to the line to shoot too. Is Shea Boehner, a senior. Looks like he's done with his basketball career here at Indian Hill. Is Boehner, Koster, and Gould, and Zach Schneider are going to go ahead and close out their careers here tonight as Morris Rowe knocks down that first free throw, extending it to the largest lead of the night at 17. Looking to make it 18 here, or 19 here.
Like I said, if people get a chance to see this on TV, if it's not Friday night, come out here Friday night, and it's a good basketball team action. Or excuse me, Saturday night, March 1st, Steve. March 1st is Saturday night at 7:30. McNicholas will either play Wyoming or Woodward, and
that'll be a great game, Mike. Yeah, and this is a great area to come watch. Beautiful facility here. Great place to come and watch a high school basketball game. Danny Byrne now. Kent going to drive to the basket and pull it out. Swings it off to Morris Rowe. Danny Byrne. There goes your timeout. Matthew Estes, a senior guard, going to check into the contest.
He's just getting some subs in and letting the other coach know. He's just trying to get some subs in.
Yeah, Indian Hill looks like they're going to do the same. Because they're going to get their seniors out. Yeah. Are they going to check Drake Stimson, a senior in, number 32?
That's nice.
Yeah, and then here comes the wholesale substitutions as Nick Niehaus, Kent, and Danny Byrne check out. Those guys played a heck of a game, both of them.
I just like the way they play. Again, I've said it over and over again, GCL is an unbelievable conference. McNicholas wasn't even 500 in their own conference, Steve.
Yeah, they were 4-6 coming in, Mike.
But they were 11-1 out of conference this year, so that tells you something about the conference. So it's a lot has to do with your schedule, and they played well. And Indian Hill had an outstanding year. Again, I think it comes down to matchups like on this, and it's
Jacob Bradley stepping in the line. He's played an awfully good game too. He was one of those guys that drilled one of those great threes. So Brian Corp is going to check out. David Holmes checking in. Will Lightcap's going to check in. There you see the final career game of Gould, as well as Zach Schneider. So Lucas Gould, Carl Koster, and Zach Schneider and Shea Boehner all playing their final game for the Indian Hill Braves as Jacob Bradley knocks down the free throw to extend it to a 20-point lead.
Yeah, he played well. Bradley really had a good second half for the McNicholas. I mean, he really hit a couple big shots, hustled, played good defense.
Oh, the senior rises up and knocks it down, Drake Stimson. So he gets in the scorebook to Stimson.
Good for him.
Nick Niehaus over the timeline. Gets it off to Brian Smith. Smith, Niehaus looking to make a move. Nope. Estes. And look, they're still running that discipline offense, Mike. So it's Albrecht back into the contest.
Very well coached team, McNicholas says.
Under 5 seconds to go. So McNicholas, Mike, is going to move to 16-7 overall. And again, like you said, they are going to face the winner of the following contest, the winner of the Woodward and Wyoming game. And if you're around Saturday night, like Mike said, folks, if you want to watch a good basketball team, come watch these McNicholas Rockets on Saturday night here at Mason. Game begins at 7:30. They're a fun basketball team to watch. For Indian Hill, Coach Tim Birch's squad, they're going to end up the season at 14-9. And again, congratulations on your final game. But for Zach Schneider, Shea Boehner, Drake Simpson, Carl Coster, Lucas Gould, as well as Michael Hamilton and Matt Thompson. So hey, great game, Mike. And McNicholas moves on. Again, they'll be at the district semifinals here Saturday night. And they're a fun team to watch, so we congratulate them. Anything else to add, partner?
No, just a quality team. I think Indian Hill had an outstanding year. I think they ran into a buzzsaw. I think McNicholas is a good all-around team that played hard and knocked down their free throws and knocked down some big shots. So good high school basketball game here, tournament time action. So congratulations to McNicholas and Indian Hill. Better opportunity maybe next year.
It's playoff times, folks. Be looking at ICRC. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff coming down the pike here, so feel free to check us out as, again, our final here from the arena here at Mason High School, the McNick Rockets over the Indian Hill Braves, 59-41. For our producer, director, Kenneth Pipes Allen, and my partner, Mike Crotty, this is Steve Parker saying we'll catch you next time on ICRC Sports High School Playoff Hoops. Good night, everyone.
See ya.